So hello, welcome all. In this video, we will be learning about Git and GitHub. So whenever we create projects, we of course need GitHub Cloud, which is a cloud to store the Git related files to keep our project safe and secure through some GitHub Git commands. So we are also going to learn about all these. We are going to learn branching, how the Git branching happens, open the project in ID, clone it and drag the changes, push, pull, request and commit, all of these things. So let's do this step by step. Firstly, we are going to create a project in our ID, which will be a Spring Boot project in my case. And in this video, we will learn a little bit about Spring Boot, but we will learn in detail in the next demo, which I will be making regarding the Spring Boot and REST APIs. And the second point is add the project to the GitHub using some Git commands. There are some Git commands like git init, add, commit, remove, push, origin. There are a lot of commands. We will see that later. After that, after writing some code and push it into the GitHub, then we will create a repository in GitHub. We will first create a repository and then push it in using the GitHub commands. Okay. Now the code is being pushed. Now what to do next? We need to cut branches from the master branch or the main branch. As a developer, it is not a good practice to directly go to the master branch. So what are we going to do? We are going to cut integration branch from the main branch, and from the integration branch we are cutting the feature branch in which developers will code and do all of the things that is required. So whenever any bug is there, so it will not affect the integration branch or the main branch. So that is why it is always preferred to code in feature branch. Okay. Uh, okay. So we have now created a feature branch. Now we need to clone it in our local desktop from GitHub to local. So now we will clone it. I will tell you this step by step. Now we will open the project in our ID after cloning. Add certain codes, whatever we wish to add, commit the certain changes, whatever there will be, and pushing to remote repository. Okay. Creating the pull requests from the GitHub and then tracking the changes using GitHub Desktop. Okay, so we will be doing all these things. So let's first create a Spring Boot project. Let's go to the Brave. We know that Spring Boot project is normally created with the Spring initializer. Okay, so let's go here. It is used to initialize a Spring based project here. So first section is the project. We choose here Maven. Maven is a build tool which is used to get all the dependencies in one place. So we are choosing Maven. Language is of course Java, and the Spring Boot version we are choosing here 3.3.2. We are not choosing the snapshot version because there might be some bugs in this version. So let's choose a stable one. Why to risk it all? Okay. The package name, I have given my name. Artifact, what will be the class name? So the class name I am choosing in this case is Spring Sample. Okay, perfect. Now we need to add some dependencies here. So there are various dependencies which lets a framework do works according to it. So I'm going to add web dependency, Spring Web. This is it. So for now, I think DevTools also. So what it is about DevTools? It provides faster application restarts. Okay, so whenever we make any changes in our project, but these changes don't directly reflect to the browser through the endpoints we run, of course. So we need to again rebuild the whole project. So using DevTools, we don't need to rebuild the whole project. It's just runs. Every time we make changes, just save it and it will be running. So these two dependencies I am adding it, and for now, yeah, this is good. So let's generate it. It is being generated. Okay, so where do we want to save this file? It will ask us. So I am saving in C drive, users, ibar, and yeah, here I am going to save this file. You can see it is downloaded here. Now let's go to the file explorer. Here, let's go to the location where you saved your file. In my case, here it is. So I'm going to extract it. Okay, let's extract this file. The file has been extracted. These are all the files that we are getting from Spring Initializer. Guys, we have not even started the coding, and this is what we have got. So let's import it into the IDE. So right click, open folder as IntelliJ. I am using IntelliJ as my IDE. You can use anything like Eclipse, SVS, there are various IDEs. Okay, so I'm opening this project in IntelliJ. Trust this project. This will go. Okay, so this is my IntelliJ. It's loading some resources, you can see here. Let it load. Okay. Load Maven project. Let's wait for some time until it loads. So this is the source file where all the main code is there. Okay. So this is the source file. All the main code inside this source file. So main Java. This is the main class. Spring Boot application class. It's showing us red because it is not imported yet. Let's wait. Let it import. Then we will continue. Okay. Okay. So you can see it is no longer red. We have done all this. After that, basically in a Java class, the entry point is public static void main. In the same way, in the Spring, the entry point is the class which is annotated as a Spring Boot application class. Okay, so I'm going to write some simple logs here just to see. Firstly, we are going to check if our program is running or not. So program is executing. Let's see. Close it, and Tomcat embedded is loading. Let's wait for some time, guys. I don't think that's a good idea to go further without even properly downloaded it. Okay, so it is downloaded. We can see the run button here. Let's click on it. It is building. Soon in the console you will be able to see the Spring logo. Still building. Okay. Yeah, guys. So you see here, Spring is running. The Spring logo is done. Okay, let's see this. Apache Tomcat has been imported. So this, the message we printed here, we wrote here, is getting printed here. So our application is running successfully. Let's test it. Okay. Local host. Our application is running on port 8080, so that is why I'm running 8080. Okay, for no resource found exception, no static resource found exception. Let's see this error. Why is it occurring? What resource it is asking for? There is no resource. We haven't done anything yet. Okay, let's not focus on that. We will focus on building our application. It will be removed automatically. So I'm going to create a package. Firstly, we need to create a controller in order to work with it. So what is controller? Controller is basically an entry point in the Spring based applications from which the control goes into the program. Controller, we are going to make a class here. Let's write it add controller, we are going to perform some addition method here. So controller is normally annotated with the REST controller annotation. Okay, we will get into this later, but just right now focus on the Git and GitHub purpose. I'm just creating a small function here, a method here, public. Okay, this will be of type sum. So initially let's keep it void, as simple as that. And add sum. Okay. Okay, so this will be our request mapping with add. I am writing only one function here, and it will return us. Okay. Okay, so I'm going to write it like this: path variable int a, again path variable int b, and it is going to return a plus b. And from void, let's change it to integer. So yes, it is pretty much looking good now. Okay, let's try running this. Okay, let's rerun this application because we want to see some changes. The application is running as usual. Let's wait. Program is executing. Let's go to the Postman. Most of the developers using Postman instead of a browser because we can get all the HTTP methods here: get, post, put, patch, delete, and all of these. So first let's create a collection here, blank collection. Okay. So the name of the collection is sample, and let's add a request in it. Only then we can run our thing here. Okay, let's make it a new request. HTTP colon localhost colon 8080. Let's get enter. What will it show? It shows 404 not found because there is no endpoint just like this. Okay, so let's do this add. Still no endpoint is found. Okay, we have also written some numbers here, right? Int a, int b. What are those? Let's see. Let's pass the numbers here. So go to here and question mark num1, not num1 anymore. A is equals to 12 and b is equals to 13. Maybe this is a post request. Let's see this. Internal server error, missing path variable exception error. So what could be the exception in this thing? Fine. Can't find the exception. Okay, so let's remove this method and just simply do this. 1 2 3. Okay, I'm going to rerun it. This is just a simple method. Okay. Let's do add and get. So you can see we are getting 1, 2, 3 here. Okay, so this much work is enough for working with Git. Okay, so now this is ready. We have only made one function here. Okay, which is add sum. Okay, fine. It is running perfectly. Now, what do we have to do next? We have created a project in ID, Spring Boot project. Now we need to add the project to GitHub using some Git commands. For that, first we need to create a repository in GitHub. Okay, so this is my GitHub, basically this, and this is my profile, repositories, and this is another demo application. We will not be using this now. Let's create a new repository with the same name as Spring sample. Okay, so I'm going to create with Spring sample public. Let's keep it public for now. Add a readme file. No, create repository. So after this something URL we will get this. Now let's use some Git commands. Let's go to the terminal of this project and let's use some Git commands here. Okay, so firstly the Git command is git init. Okay, the repository has been initialized. Now git add dot, it will add all the necessary files. Okay, they have been added. Now what next? Now we need to commit. Git commit m, and we will pass a message. Let's say initial commit. Okay, it has been created. Now we need to add it to remote. Git remote add origin. After the origin we have to paste the link of our repository, which is this. So I'm copying it from here, paste it here, paste. Now enter. Okay, now what do we do? The next command we will use is git branch, main branch. After that git push u origin main. So it will push all the codes that is there, and we will check also. So we have created only this method so far in the add controller. So let's see. Now I'm going to refresh this. See guys, the code has come here, all the code that we did. Now let's check if the code really comes or not. So let's go to source, let's go to main, sample, controller. You can see there is add controller that we just made, and there is this method also. So yes, it is working. Now all the files have been added. Add the project to GitHub using some Git commands. This has been done. Now create a repository. Okay, this is also done. Git branching. Now we need to clone it, but we do not clone the main branch. This is the project. This is the main branch currently, main. But we are not going to clone this branch. Let's make another branch. So I click on here, and you can click on new branch. Branch name, first integration branch, and it will be created from the main branch. So create new branch. So you see integration branch has been created here. Okay, now create feature branch, because the developers coding feature branch, not the integration branch. It is not showing, so let's refresh this once. Okay, so the name of the branch is feature, and it will be cutting from integration branch. So create new branch, refresh it. So we can see the feature branch. Let's click on it. So yeah, The feature branch has the same code as the main branch. Now we can clone it. Now how do we clone it? How are we going to clone this? For that, we will go here and okay, let's go to here. Spring sample is here. Git okay, so we will clone this here. This is the feature branch, and we are you can see 3 branches have been created. So this feature branch we will clone here. So I will open my git bash here and using some commands like git clone b, and the name of it is spring sample, and after that we are going to paste the URL. Where is the URL? This is it. We are going to paste this here in git bash. So let's paste it. After that, enter. You can see cloning into spring sample, remote branch found in origin. So I think it is being cloned. So let's see, check, refresh it. It's cloned or not? Not found in upstream. Okay, let's try cloning it here. Git clone okay, I think we have pasted in the wrong place. So let's go to C, users, bar. Now here we are going to paste this inside the documents. This will be a good place, I guess. So first let's copy this. So I'm using regular copy. Let's go here and open git bash. Okay, it is open. Now git clone branch spring sample and just simply paste it. Pattern protocol is not supported. Git clone b spring sample okay. So first I'm going to remove this thing from here. Now the cloning is not working, guys. Let me check. Git clone, and from here okay, let's copy and paste it here, cloning into spring sample. Let's check this if it is being created or not. Okay, and let's check this. It will be somewhere here, which I cloned. Here, this is it. Now I will open this new window. So guys, this is the feature branch that we are trying to do. This is the feature branch. You can see the same code here. src, main, java, and controller is here. So far, so good. Okay. Add controller is this. Now we need to make some changes in it. Okay, first let's go to the GitHub Desktop, and from here we will also clone this. Where is it? Spring sample. Spring boot demo. Okay, here add existing repository. We don't do this. We will clone it, but I can't see my Spring sample repository which we just created. Where that might be. Let's search it. What's happening now is Spring sample should be here. So refresh it. So yeah, we can see here Spring sample. After refreshing, I got it. Okay. So clone. We are adding this repository. Okay, so this repository is in there. Any change we make in this repository will be reflected here. Okay, you see right now there is no change here. Now let's go to here, and I'm going to make okay, I'm going to make another controller here. So I'm just copy pasting it. Okay, request mapping add, but here will be subtract and code path. Anything would be there, guys. In sum, I save this, and let's go here and run this application to see if it is running fine or not, or is there any or there is something wrong with it. Let's wait. Compilation is finished, and now let's check. Come on, fast. What? Already in use? I stopped it. Oh, this one I have not stopped it. Guys, you need to be careful regarding the ports. Terminate one process, only then other process can be run. Okay, let's do it again. So these are the few tips using Spring Boot. Okay. So yes, program is executing successfully, and now I'm going to run this API subtract. So postman, and instead of add sub, and let's see what response I want. 1 2 3 4 5 working fine. Now I have cloned a repository into my local system and made changes in it. Okay, cloning a repository. Okay, open the project in ID. Okay, we have opened it. Now add the code. We have add the sub method. Now committing the changes and track those changes, pushing into again repository. That will be done by this GitHub Desktop. Now let's see. Let's fetch it and see if any changes are there. It will tell us. Why it didn't show us anything? But we have made some changes. Did we open the wrong one? Or what? Oh, the branch is main. The feature branch should be there. Okay, let's fetch it again. Okay, so let's make another function because previously the feature branch was not selected. Multiply, multiply, and in case of multiply, two number also get increases. Let's rerun it. Let's rerun it. Okay, done. Let's go to GitHub Desktop and fetch it. Preview pull request, and let's go to the feature branch. Let's go to the integration main branch. Okay, so why is not coming? Did we import the wrong repository or what? Like this really creates a problem sometimes. Open with GitHub Desktop. Let's do this thing here. Open with GitHub Desktop. Okay, so I have just opened it with GitHub Desktop. Let's wait. Okay, this has been opened and open in Show in Explorer. This is where it is. Sample. The Spring sample. Okay, so now I'm going to open this window. Terminate the current process. Now this has been opened in this window. Now let's see. Now when I think our problem will be solved. Already load main project. Now let it load first. Then we will proceed. You see, there is only one method. There is nothing that changes that we did here. So let's wait. First let it load. Look guys, these things you have to take care of yourself. Such thing can happen. So be focused and see what I'm doing here. You will get it. Okay, all is fine, error is gone. Let's run it. If it's running successfully. Hmm, let's see. We got the logo. Different kind of seeing the logo of the Spring is different kind of happiness. Program is executed. Perfect. So let's again make all these. Okay, I have made two methods, one for subtract, and in the subtract it will return 1 2 3 4. In the multiplication it will return 1 2 3 4 5. Multiplication. Okay, so let's save it. Now you guys can see the changes are coming here. I have added two methods. All the two methods have come here. Now we need to just commit it. The add method was already there. These two methods have been added now. So now let's commit it. So sub and mul commit. The commit message should be relevant to what happened. So commit to feature. Now this has been committed. Now push origin. Now it will push to the GitHub whatever changes has been done. Okay, that's it. Now the pull request. Preview pull request. This is the pull request. Create pull request. Now the request has been created here. Pull request. Now we will here create pull request, and here we can add description if you want. Okay, now we will do merge this pull request. Okay, let's not do this now. Let's check first if we have our Spring sample. We will do this later. Just a small step is yet to do. Your main branch is not protected. Protect this branch before pushing. No, I don't want to push it right now. So let's see the src folder, and in the source folder, in the main folder, Spring sample controller, add controller. What branch I am into? Okay, so there are three branches, and I want to go to the feature branch because that is where I made changes. Okay, let's go to source, main, Java, controller, and add controller. You can see all the three methods we defined has been here now. Okay, now this has been on. Okay, now we have covered almost all these. Add the code, committed the changes, pushing it to the repository, create a pull request. Now tracking our changes in GitHub. So tracking changes is nothing but this GitHub Desktop. This is how we track our changes here. Whenever we update anything here, then it will be showing us here after fetching the origin, of course, and the branches are also there. So this is how we basically work with GitHub. So that is it in this video. In the next demo, I will going to show some REST APIs in Spring Boot, how they work, all the annotation that is being